let's talk about the Pistons. More rumors coming out that they could be attached to still free agent, restricted free agent Isaac Okoro. They say that JB Bickerstaff is the one pushing for the Pistons to sign Isaac Okoro. If you don't know Isaac Okoro, I believe it was a top 5 pick, Cleveland Cavaliers a few drafts ago. Defensively, came out of Auburn, a great player. Outside of that, defensively for him, outside of that, athletically a good slasher, finisher at the rim. But like a lot of these guys coming out of college, American-based or American-born, a lot of them, they just not that good at shooting the basketball. I don't know what it is, but Okoro, even he's shooting, percentage-wise, he's shooting the ball better, so it's trending in the right direction. But the downside is his form looks kind of glitchy. Kind of got a twitch or a hitch in his form. So that's one of the things that kind of worry me about him is his form don't look fluid. It still look kind of like a real uncomfortable set shot. So that kind of worries you right then and there. Kind of got a hitch in the jump shot, But apparently JB Bickerstaff pushing for him, and a lot of people say, well, this is another bad fit. You got the kid Ryan Hollins from the G League Ignite. That was their last year of existence. You got Ashore Thompson. Both defensive guys who don't shoot the ball that well. So that tell you a trade is coming if they pick up Isaac Okoro. So, and sometimes when you go to a new team, you want to bring luggage with you. Guys that know the system, guys that can implement the system. And obviously, he sees something in him. Come on. Hell no. Always trying to get in where you don't fit in at. Better not let that broad go. But, she could wait like everybody else. But on a serious note, I don't mind picking them up. They'll figure it out. And the one thing about it, when you make these young guys compete, a lot of times when they lose and they minutes might be falling down, they lose confidence. They lose a lot of confidence and they never are the same. So it's kind of hard to have a lot of young guys on the roster competing with each other, because it's killed to be killed. And once they kill, once one of each other kill them figuratively, it's a lot of times their confidence don't survive it. I mean, even with veterans, you see with Darko, they said, making Darko ride the pine, that fucked Darko up, getting beat up by Ben Wallace and Rasheed Wallace every day. They say Darko wasn't the same player no more. Got drunk, and they killed his confidence. That's why I was kind of saying the Pistons adopted an old way of thinking. And their old way of thinking that they adopted, their old way of thinking was, we gotta wait to let these guys play. We gotta wait to let these guys play. We gotta, sometimes, especially with a guy like Tayshaun Prince. This for pick up, damn. Sometimes with a guy like Tayshaun Prince, who played 4 years for Tubby Smith. I might check that sushi place out. That played 4 years for a guy like Tubby Smith. He shouldn't have to wait for shit. He should plug in and play. And the first player the players that they allowed to get in and play, right? The guys that they got in and allowed to play were guys like Kyle Singler and Killian Hayes, guys who didn't even deserve to be plugged in right away. So that was one of my issues. Like, when they did throw young guys in there, they was ass. So that was kind of my issue with it, but but I'm not opposed to picking up Isaac Okoro at all. If you can find a way to make it make sense, it makes sense. And if he goes somewhere else and be a stud, then, you know, he going to be like, I told y'all. I had a Sunday workout. Them legs, different animal. Ran 2 miles, then did my legs. I used to do 3. I had to scale that shit back. My Sundays was all done. So I did the live Sunday morning. We stayed on for an hour. I walked my dog for about an hour damn near. Then went in and worked out. I do not be wanting to get up on Sunday sometimes, but it's the best day. To work out in the morning is the best time. I see people say, oh man, I can't work out in the morning. Your body at its strongest. And you don't need an energy drink once you wake up. You don't need to eat. Your body is prepared. I love working out on an empty stomach. It's the best workout. You put yourself in a calorie deficit. But I was supposed to go to the Taco Fest today. I don't think I'm going in Novi, so find me something to eat real quick. But nonetheless, you know, Isaac Okoro, I think that'll be a fit for the Pistons. I don't know if it'll be a fit, but it's a fit because JB said it's a fit. It's his guy. So I say be prepared for somebody to get moved. You know, a guy that's improving his shooting. I mean, Chicago did the same thing with Patrick Williams. You know, they did the same thing with Patrick Williams. You know, good shooter. You know, not a bad shooter, but he started to develop, but he just kept getting injured. So, but yeah, the Pistons got a bunch of good individual defensive players or potential defensive players. You know, Duren, good potential defensively. Shore Thompson, good defender. Ron Hollins, on paper so far, a good defender. Jaden Ivey potentially could be a good defender. So bare minimum, you know, if they can, you know, gel defensively as a team, a lot of it, and they got Okoro, a lot of it just boiled down to communication and effort. That's defense. Effort is, you know, it's communication and effort. Calling off ball screens, calling off switch. Oh, I got it, I'm stepping up. That's defense and effort. Rebounding is just, you know, effort and wanting it. So, yeah, let me know what you think about the Pistons and JB Bickerstaff desire to bring in Isaac Okoro. I don't have a problem with it. But let me know what you girls and guys think. On paper, they got some of the best individual young players in the league. Defensive players. So, find it funny. I don't know. Five Guys is jumping over there. I don't eat red meat no more. But I do miss a Five Guy burger all the way. I'm going to get me a steak, though, in Chicago. I know I'm going to pay for it, but yeah, I appreciate y'all. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, the whole 9. Peace.